Hi everybody, Enigma here. I want to thank you for tuning in with me again. I'm playing Shroud of the Avatar. This is release 24. We have a lot of updates to talk about this time. What I'm going to be showing you mostly is the new scenes that they added for this release. I'm here in the town of Exeter, and it is a town mostly run and owned by satyrs. And there is some player housing here, and there's also the slums of the fauns. That's right, the fauns are these slave creatures that the satyrs have enslaved, and they live down here by the coastal area, which is pretty much a little slum area. So over here you can see this is the coast in the town of Exeter. There's a couple of the Watchers, little robots walking around, and behind me you can see the little shacks and little crappy houses that the fauns are supposed to live in. I feel so bad for the fauns because whenever you double click one and talk to them, all they really say is, hey, hello, don't hurt me, don't be mad. You see this one says, hello, please don't be mad. Poor things. I'm sure they just get beat all the time by the satyrs because the satyrs are just really mean. They're even mean to me, but over here you can see there's also little crafting areas in this town. If you need to do some crafting, this town has you covered. There's also little shops where you can go and buy stuff, supplies and things like that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. This is the town of Exeter, and over here you can see there's a little satyr walking around, and he's probably gonna grumble at me. No, he didn't say nothing. But yeah, this is a I've climbed up into one of the towers to just give you a big view of what the town looks like in Exeter, but it's a pretty cool, nice little area that they added. If you need to go do business with the satyrs, this is the place to go. And one thing to note is that the satyrs will not attack you while you're in their town. If you find them elsewhere out in the world, they will kill you though. Okay, so now I am in the new scene called Nightshade Pass. This is a pretty cool area. It's really big, and there's lots of creatures here like wizards, bears, all kinds of stuff. I'm just going to run through here because this is one of those scenes where you can just run through, and you have to get through the scene if you want to get to the other end of the pass. So when you're on the overworld map, you can't get from one place to another without having to go through here. So I'm just going to run through here. Here you see the wolves attacking a wizard, and there's a bear chasing somebody. Ooh, there's a bear after me. I love to go in these scenes and see some of the creatures like trying to kill each other and the wildlife fighting, and it's just really cool to see that. Ooh, there's a wolf after me now. You can see him chasing me. Ooh, the bear's still after me too. Ooh, there's a pack of wolves killing a stag. Oop, they got it. Oop, now they're all after me. Probably 5 or 6 wolves chasing me. I better go over here. I'm not going to go up on this left area because you can't get through. There's just a bunch of undead up there, which I'll show you in a minute. But if you go over here to the right, there is a troll over there. He is a butthole. Watch what he does to me right here. He's going to pick up a big boulder out of the earth, and he's just going to hurl it at me. I'm going to try to dodge. Oh, I think I took a little bit of damage from it, but yeah, that troll is a really, really mean fella. And here you can see some horses. This is some of the first times I've seen horses in the game, besides that one horse that's at Owl's Head. There's a little baby one, and here's an adult one. Pretty cool. Soon we'll probably, well, we can already tame those, but you can't ride them yet. But soon in a future release, I'm sure you will be able to. I'm going to go ahead and go invisible here so that I don't really get attacked by all these wolves as I'm running through. I really like this scene though. It's really a beautiful area. And when they designed this, they really did a good job, I believe. And yeah, this is Nightshade Pass. So I'm going to keep on going through here. I'm almost through this scene. There's a little bunny rabbit right there. Oh, my invisibility wore off, and immediately I was caught by a wizard. I'm going to hit him with my axe. I'm going to hit those archers with my axe. I'm just going to run through swinging my axe, doing damage to everything in my path. Getting hit by arrows and fireballs, I don't care. I'm just trying to get through here. And we're almost to the exit. Right on. So yeah, Nightshade Pass. Now, if I hadn't taken a right over there at that troll bridge and I had continued on up to the left part, I would be up here where all these undead creatures are. And this area kind of just winds around the mountain, but it's littered with undead everywhere. There's the skeletal mages and the zombie that's coming after me right there. A bunch of skeletal archers and skeletal warriors and stuff. But yeah, there's lots of different stuff for you to hunt in Nightshade Pass. Alright, now you see me in Mariah Overlook. This is the third new scene that they added into the game for release 24. This is a snowy looking scene that's in the mountains, and it's mostly inhabited by satyrs, which you can see some over here on the right after you come into the scene. And these guys are really skinny for some reason, not like the satyrs that we were looking at earlier in the town of Exeter. And these were actually really easy to kill too. I didn't have very much trouble with these at all. So there's also wolves and bears and other stuff in this scene too, but over here I found a little area that was pretty cool. Let me just run over here and I'll show you. It's a little stone area that kind of looks like it was a theater or some kind of amphitheater of some kind. You can see the bleachers over there made of stone, and ooh, there's my phoenix that I summoned. He's kind of following me around, helping me kill this wolf, and he's dead. Look at this right here. There's a skeleton. It looks like they just were stuck up here. He's got a stick holding him up, and he's not saying anything. He's just being real stuck up. Haha, pun intended. And here's another guy. Looks like he is just kind of posing with a skull in his hand. My phoenix is mad at something. What is he shooting at? Oh, there's another thug guy. He's called an archer. He's not going to last very long against me because I'm pretty high level. These are weak creatures. If you come to this level, or this scene, you're going to be able to kill pretty much everything here pretty easily. But yeah, it's a snowy scene, and I think it looks really cool. And here I am just getting ready to exit the scene with my little phoenix following me around. And there is something cool that they put in the game that I don't know if I've talked about in my previous videos, but I do want to point it out. Right up here at the entrance or exit, whichever one you want to take it for, is a little spike sticking up out of the ground, and there's a skull on it, which indicates the difficulty of the creatures in the scene. Whenever you see multiple skulls on the spike, the harder the creatures are going to be for you to kill. So in this scene there's only one skull, which is why the creatures were really easy to kill. Alright, so now I'm in the last scene that I want to show you, which is Brittany Graveyard, and I'm just checking in with the Grand Tour robot here. He's going to check in on my progress with the Grand Tour so that I can get the rare hat at the end of the Grand Tour. But yeah, this is Brittany Graveyard. There's not really any creatures here, but there are these gravestones, these tombstones all over the place. And if you are pretty much pledged to the game at the ancestor level or above, your name will be put on one of these tombstones and will remain there for the entire life of the game, so that you have your place in the world that is permanent, which I think is really cool. So if you're going to back the game, back at ancestor level or higher, I believe is the pledge level, and you will always forever be a part of the world. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video. I hope you enjoyed it. This was a look at some of the new scenes that made it in release 24. Go over to shroudoftheavatar.com. There were a ton of updates that I was not able to show you. New abilities, combat balancing, new items, new pets, all kinds of stuff for housing and all of that. So I just got my pilgrim hat, which is going to be a rare item someday when the game is released. I hope to see you someday in the game doing the same. So until next time.